The inquiry into the worst scandal in NHS history heard today how a 10-year-old boy died after being treated with infected blood. Lee Turton contracted HIV and hepatitis C after receiving a transfusion years earlier. He's just one of thousands of patients who were infected with deadly diseases back in the 70s and 80s. And today, his mother said the pain of reliving what happened is nothing compared to the suffering Lee endured in his short life. Our chief correspondent, Tessa Chapman, spoke to Lee's mum and dad.
A video tribute to Lee Turton from his parents. This was 1991. He was 10 years old, but he was dying, and it was to be his last Christmas.
He couldn't breathe very well. His stomach was swollen. He'd say, "I can't hear you, I can't hear you, and I can't see you." And he used to say how frightened he was. And you can't do anything.
Earlier today, Lee's parents played out the video for the infected blood inquiry and the chair, Sir Brian Langstaff. Lee was a haemophiliac, and a letter shown to the hearing says it's likely he contracted HIV from a contaminated batch of NHS blood products. Further correspondence between doctors showed he tested positive for the virus in March 1985, but his parents were only told at a meeting 3 months later. Then they had to try to protect their family from the devastating stigma.
Parents didn't want him at the school. There was a teacher at the school that wouldn't teach him. Yeah, we had the press knocking on the door and banging on the windows too.
The family moved away to protect Lee and tried to uncover the truth about his illness. It has taken years of fighting and ultimately the work of lawyers to get hold of Lee's medical records, including details of his treatment and messages between doctors. Over and over, this inquiry has heard from the infected and the affected, saying they've been kept in the dark, and it has added to their trauma. What do you want to achieve from this inquiry? What would some kind of justice for Lee look like for you?
The truth would be nice. It'd be nice to see people held accountable for what these children and all the other haemophiliacs suffered.
Lee's story is one of thousands, and when they have been told, it will be time for the doctors, the civil servants, the politicians and the drug companies to answer not just what happened, but how and why. Tessa Chapman, 5 News.